She found some questions. She found some questions. Oh. We're gonna make it. Y'all are gonna make it.
What do people want to know about those who are in an interfaith marriage, right? So how does your family accept your interfaith marriage?
How does your family accept your interfaith marriage? I would say they've grown to accept it for what it is. They balked at it originally. It sounded like I was committing the most heinous sin known to man by marrying a beautiful, amazing person of a different faith. Mind blowing, like something so trivial is used to summarize an entire human being's life.
Right. That one part.
The fact that you belong to a different religion. So tribal, people. Jeez, grow up. What are you, in high school?
So what was that journey like? I mean, in the beginning, obviously everyone's against you marrying a Muslim woman.
Yeah, it sounded like it wasn't accepted at first. It was terrible. And then, because I wasn't backing down, I was pretty determined in my choice. I had already gotten to a point in my life where I decided that my choice, my life, my choice.
Right.
So it didn't matter what their opinions about it was. So I had already made my decision, and with time, they got to be okay with it.
Prior to that, like before the actual marriage, I feel like my dad especially would try to did everything that he could to make me get me to know that this is a bad idea. Every reason why it's bad to marry someone who's outside of your culture and outside of your religion.
Right.
It's never gonna work. I mean, he keeps throwing his story with my mom into it. So
and the dysfunction that existed there. He was trying to see this is
what happens.
Right?
This is what happens when you do this. This is gonna happen to you. Why are you fighting me on this? But and then it was just once you actually officially get married, then it's the switch flips, and I guess they just well, this is it. So
you broke the barrier.
Yeah, you break through to the other side. It's too late now. You just have to everyone has to be happy with, grow to like it. You have no choice.
So then, was the barrier, was it with them? Did they set that barrier, or was it in your head the entire time? Because I have a feeling that we set those limitations by ourselves.
In a way, I feel the fight wasn't that hard.
It wasn't really hard.
I mean, it felt like it was hard, but actually looking back at, what really happened? I think most of it was the drama in my head. I mean, yes, obviously, my dad's not, my dad wasn't supportive in the beginning, but then it was did he really put up that much of a fight? I mean, nothing crazy really happened. I think most of the craziness was in my head. And after we were officially married, then he was just all right, well, this is it now. Let's move forward and be happy.
I have to be careful not to generalize, because everyone's family is different and the experience is all different.
Right.
So just because
some people aren't as fortunate. I think some people's families, they really did cut them off. So we were lucky.
Well, if you're one of those families or one of those individuals that suffered loss because you went into an interfaith relationship, take solace it works. Okay, if you're thinking about
It can work. I don't. I
works.
can't. Just looking, I can use my parents as an example. It doesn't always work, but I think it's up to the individuals. It's up to you guys. It's up to us to decide, like, you know, how we're going to, you know, are we in it to make the whole thing work?
Right.
Because obviously there's going to, along with making it work, there comes like a lot of, I don't know, like respect and a lot of learning.
Yeah.
And all that, so
you need a lot of patience.
like, patience and, you know, being willing to learn like the value.
Compromise. Keeping an open mind, right?
Keeping an open mind. I'm not saying keep an open mind because one day you're going to convert. Not like that, but just keeping an open mind and being willing to embrace like those differences. Because I mean, this is your spouse. I mean, you value them a lot, so why don't you value where they come from?
Right.
You should be willing, like, happily to embrace it. Like, whenever their special religious holiday comes by, you should be ready to, like, participate in all their traditions and support the whole thing, and then and vice versa.
Right, I think that's actually key. If you embrace it and look at it as a learning opportunity and just allow yourself to grow, then it's actually it stops being a burden. It doesn't even feel like something unusual anymore.
It's just, this is what we do, and you know, even if it's not your religion and you're never going to be part of that religion, you know, like in a conversion sense, you can still like, because if you love your spouse, you should love their background. You should also love where they come from and, you know, their beliefs, even though you don't actually believe in them. But I mean, it should be something that you get excited about as well.
I have to add a caveat there as well, that it is very dependent on the individuals. If the individuals involved, if your partnership is more important to you than religion, then it has a higher chance of working.
That's true. You have to prioritize.
So bringing that to us, you can draw a straight comparison there, where you grew up Muslim, I grew up Christian, and naturally our parents were initially opposed to the relationship, but because our love for each other was strong and we had a plan for the future, we persevered through it, and they eventually had to come along on the journey with us. Now that said, that has to come from a place of wanting unity, wanting the relationship to the bond to grow, versus like a right or wrong situation, us versus them type of deal. I don't see it. It's not sustainable if that's the focus.
Right.
That was an interesting topic. Do you have any closing words?
Nope, I think I'm good on my words. I got another question for you whenever you're ready. So tune in next time.
If you like that,
Here comes another juicy question about interfaith marriages.
That's right. There's more where that came from. We're gonna turn this into a series. Amara wants our attention, so we gotta go. Like and subscribe. You already know how to do it. And leave a comment.
Oh, they don't need instructions?
No, it's pretty easy. It's like a big old red subscribe button there. If you want to learn more.
I prefer you guys to just like ask a question or, you know, just comment and engage with us.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Alright, until next time, see ya.